Shantae, and welcome back to another episode of Shaking It Up with Shantae. If you've been here before, as always, welcome back. And if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. And thank you guys as well. Look, listen, I know it's been a minute, but Happy New Year's, y'all. Happy New Year. Hopefully, y'all, New Year and holiday and all that good stuff was great and wonderful. Mine was. I just enjoyed that little bit of time off, and today will be my first video of the year. Yes, you read the title right. I will be showing you guys how I make my lasagna with ground turkey. Very simple, very easy. Without further ado, y'all, let's shake something up. All right, you're gonna need some ground turkey. You can use ground beef. You can use ground Italian sausage. That's what I would normally use because I just love that. But my husband, don't really eat pork, so I'm trying to make it where he can eat it today and enjoy it. So I'm gonna be using ground turkey. I'm trying to do something a little bit healthier this year to start out at least. I'm gonna be putting some spinach in here. I'll be seasoning this with some red pepper flakes, garlic powder, black pepper, some paprika, some Italian seasoning, some complete, some parsley flakes, a little bit of salt, these Nora tomato cubes, some tomato sauce. I have a fresh onion. I have some ricotta. I have some minced garlic. Of course, my lasagna noodles. And I have about 4 different cheeses I'm going to be using. 4 or 5. 5. I got some Parmesan, some mozzarella, a little bit of Velveeta, and some Gouda. So, when making this, you can use pretty much any cheese you like. You can use any cheese, any seasonings, whatever you like. Lasagna is so versatile. I'm just going to show y'all my simple and easy way. Most of this stuff, y'all probably already got at home. You can use any cheese you want. You probably have to go get the noodles or whatever, but that's it. You don't even have to use one of these Nora tomato cubes. I just use it because it enhances the flavor of the tomato sauce. So that's the only reason I use it, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to. The thing about the lasagna is just getting it to stay in place with the lasagna noodles, and they call it lasagna. That's it. It's very, very simple. So the first thing I'm going to do is clear my area and chop up my onion. Let me do that. I'm going to go ahead and turn my skillet on. Put my onions in there. And you can dice these up how big, how small you want them to be. I like mine a little bit medium size when I'm cooking it with the ground beef. Okay, and I'm going to put my ground turkey in here. And I'm only going to be making a little bit, y'all, because the only person going to eat it is me and husband. That's it, y'all. So, try to just make a little bit. Ooh, how I would love to put me some Italian sausage in here, honey. But I can't. But that's okay. Maybe next time. But I want to me some Italian sausage in there. But we're going to make it do what it do. Okay? We're going to let this cook up a little bit. Let me put a little bit of oil in here, y'all. Just a little bit. And this look like a non-stick pan, but it ain't, trust me. This is a stick pan. It ain't no non-stick pan, honey. I thought it was, but it ain't. Alright, we're going to let that brown. And in the meantime, I'm going to show y'all how I mix up my ricotta. Alright, so I got my spinach here. Now, you can use fresh spinach for this if you want to. I prefer fresh spinach. But I had this, so I was like, let me go ahead and use this. So what you want to do with your spinach, you want to take it, you want to squeeze all the water out your spinach. Get all the water out the spinach. Squeeze it just like that. If you have one of those cheesecloths, you can use that as well. But using your hands is perfectly fine. You see all that water in there? This box is 50% water. And like I said, I'm only making a small amount. So you know, if you're making a huge pan, which most people do, you know you need way more spinach than this. But I'm just going to drain all of this. And this was frozen. And this is one of those little small boxes. Oh, this is a 10-ounce box. That's all this was, a 10-ounce box. And that's all I'm going to use. I had a couple of them, but like I said, I'm only making a small thing of it. So, alright. I'm going to add this to my ground turkey mixture with my onions. Just shred it up, just like that. Add it in there. This is real simple, y'all. And if you have fresh spinach, you can also layer your fresh spinach just like you would do your cheese. You could layer it on your lasagna the same way. When you're making it and you actually have it in the pan and you're spreading everything, you can do it the same way. This is really simple, y'all. I'm going to give that a couple more seconds, and then I'm going to add my tomato sauce to it. And I'm going to also season it, and then I'm going to add my Knorr's tomato cube to this. But I'm going to let this cook just a couple more seconds. So all my ground turkey has browned a little bit because I can still see a little pink. So I'm just let that do what it do. That already looks good, y'all. Already look good. Okay, take this over here. Wash my hands real quickly. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna open up my tomato sauce. Now, some people use like the ragu sauce, like the spaghetti sauce. You can use that if you want to. I just prefer this, and this is kind of a big can. This is a 29-ounce can. I don't even know if I'm going to use it all. I'm about to see. Let me just pour that on over in here. Let me stir it. Yeah, just this little bit I still use. I might as well use the whole can. Yeah, it's only that much left. What I'm going to do with the rest of it. Alright. So my ground turkey had ground with my onions in there. All right, and I'm going to put I'm not going to cut it up or anything. I'm put it right there at the bottom. My tomato cube. All right, and I still have this on low. I'm going to let this simmer for a little while. I'm going to add some seasoning to it. I'm going to add some garlic powder. You can put as much as you like. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of this minced garlic in there. Okay. I'm going to put me some crushed red pepper flakes in here. I like these crushed red pepper flakes, but I don't want it too spicy. I'm going to put a little bit of paprika in here. Okay. I'm going to put a lot bit of Italian seasoning in here. A lot bit. That's probably about 3 tablespoons, y'all. I'm going to put some complete, of course. Nothing's complete without complete. I'm going to put some coarse black pepper. And I'm going to put a tad bit of salt, y'all. Just a tad bit of salt so it can wake the other flavors, other seasonings up. Just a tad bit. Okay. Now, I'm going to stir this. Get everything all mixed up in there really, really well. It smells so good, y'all, already. It smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna let this just cook and simmer. Now, if you want to put a lid on this, you can, but I'm not gonna put a lid on it. I'm just gonna let this just simmer just like that for a little bit. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my water boiling for my lasagna noodles. All right, so I put my water on. This is a big old pot, and I filled it up almost, except for about a quarter way full of water. I'm gonna let this water get extremely hot till it's rolling, boiling. When it starts rolling, boiling, I'm gonna put my lasagna noodles in there and then let it boil for about 3 minutes and turn it off. You don't want your noodles to overcook. You don't want them soft and mushy as though you're going to eat them now, because they have to cook about 45 minutes in the oven. Only thing you want them to be is pliable. So basically you just want them to steep in the hot water for about maybe 5 minutes and then take them out. So I'm going to let my water boil, put my noodles in here. I'm going to add a little bit of oil and a little bit of salt always first. I'm going to put my noodles in here, let them boil for about 2 to 3 minutes, turn the pot off, and just let the noodles steep in the hot water for about 5 to 6 minutes, just so they can get al dente. A little harder than al dente, but just a little bit, so because they have to go in the oven. So you don't want them really mushy, really soft, where you can't touch them, and if you touch them, they break. You don't want that, but I'll show you the texture once they're done. All right, y'all, so I have my ricotta cheese here, and I have a 15-ounce container. It doesn't matter the brand. Ricotta cheese is ricotta cheese if you ask me. So what I'm gonna do is take my ricotta. I'm gonna take the whole container. I'm gonna dump it in here. Now, some people don't like ricotta cheese, but I do. I think a lasagna isn't a lasagna without the ricotta, okay? So I'm gonna put my ricotta in here. This just look good already. See, I have to have ricotta in my lasagna. I don't have to have it because my sister made lasagna without ricotta because she don't like it, and it's still good. But when I'm doing my own, I want some ricotta. I'm gonna take an egg, 1 egg, put it in there. And I'm gonna mix this in here. Like so. Let me grab a fork, y'all. Let me grab a fork. Alright, so I grabbed the fork real quick. Yeah, this is much better. Use a fork, y'all. Much better. Okay, put that egg in there. You want to use the egg so it can make your ricotta fluffy. Light and fluffy. You see how light and fluffy it already is? Y'all, let me let y'all look at my meat sauce. Just go over here and look at my meat sauce. Y'all, look at that. Look at that meat sauce, okay? Look at my boil over here. It's starting to boil, but I want it to be a hard boil. All right, and I just got my meat sauce on simmering. It tastes so good, y'all. Make sure y'all season your meat sauce. Season it whatever you want to season with, honey. Long as good and good to your taste, then that's what you do, okay? I'm going to put a little bit of salt in this ricotta cheese. You want to season this too. I'm going to put a little bit of complete. I'm going to put some Italian seasoning in here. Yep, sure am. Put some black pepper, honey. Yes, ma'am. Let me mix this, and then I'm going to add some cheese to it. All right. I'm going to sit that to the side and get my cheeses, okay? Put some shredded Velveeta. Yep, shredded Velveeta, because shredded Velveeta, it melts really, really good. Okay? I'm going to use some mozzarella. Mozzarella give you that pull. Mozzarella cheese, it give you that pull. You know, when you're pulling, you're taking your lasagna, you have that string of cheese. Cheese be going everywhere. That's what mozzarella do for you, okay? I'm going to do that. And then you want to use Parmesan, because Parmesan just belongs in lasagna. You know, it just belongs in there. All right. So I'm going to mix this up just like this. Mix this up. This is my cheese that I'll be using to sprinkle. Sprinkle this on my lasagna. Okay? Let me sit that to the side. I done mixed that up. All right, and then I'm gonna take this right here. I'm gonna put some Parmesan in here. Parmesan. And that was about a half a cup. All right. That's that, y'all. Now we just gonna sit around, wait on the noodles. And they should be ready maybe in about 5 or 6 more minutes. My meat sauce is done pretty much. I'm going to preheat my oven to 375 degrees. Put all this stuff away and I'll be right back here. All right, y'all. So my water had boiled. I stuck my noodles in there. Now you want to make sure when you buy these lasagna noodles, you can buy any brand. It does not matter. They all the same to me. So when you buy these, you want to make sure that they're not broken up in the box. Shake the box and see and make sure that. Now you're gonna have some broken up. Like I had one that was broken up, but I just set them in this water until they all just sink down on their own. I'm not gonna break them in half. I'm not gonna do none of that. I'm just let them sink on their own down in the water. By the time all of them sink down in there, then I'm gonna turn my water off. So that's a little tip for you. That way you know you won't overcook them. When they all sink down, turn the water off. Let them sit for maybe 5 minutes, and then they'll be ready. Go ahead and drain the water off of them, and they'll be ready. So my meat sauce is done, and I'm just gonna turn it off, which I just did, and just let it sit here so it can just you know, solidify. So I'm just let that sit there for a minute while my noodles are getting done. See, my noodles are shrinking. They shrinking down to the bottom. Once they get all the way in there, all of them, I'm gonna turn the pot off. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna let this sit here, and we're gonna get ready and pan this up. Now, they all have sunken down. Now I turn my water off, and I'm just gonna let them sit here for about 5 minutes, and that's it. I'm gonna give them 5 minutes, and make sure you put a little oil and a little salt in the water. That way your noodles won't stick together. You see how they're almost there, but not quite. I'm just gonna let them sit for 5 minutes. All right. All right, y'all. So y'all see how my noodles, they've been sitting in this water. You see how translucent they are, but they're not done. That's just how you want them. This is absolutely perfect texture. Okay. This is perfect. That's all you want. Like I said, turn your water on, let it boil. Put you a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt. Stick your noodles in there. Make sure that they're standing up. Once they sink all the way down in the bottom, let them sit in that hot water. Turn the water off. Let them sit in there for 5 minutes, and they're absolutely perfect. That's a little tip. All right, let me go drain this water off. You can just spread them out just like this. I like to spread mine out. Now, if you got a lot, you might want to use a little bit of a pan or bowl or something like that. But I don't have a lot, so lay mine out just like this. And they have a little oil on them, so they ain't gonna stick too much. This is just something I like to do. You see how they loose, but they not too loose, they not too done. I just want to take them out this pot because I want them to be flat. If I leave them in the pot, you see how they curled up in the pot, they may stay curled up. So I want to take them out and lay them flat so they can be long like this. By the time you get to use all of them, you know, it'll be done cool down. They'll be curvy. I don't want them curvy. I want them to be flat. And this is my one that broke. That's the one that broke, and that's okay. All right, so we're gonna get ready and layer this thing up. All right, y'all, we're gonna get ready and put all this together. So I oiled my pan in the bottom. If you want to spray yours, you can. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some meat sauce in the bottom of my pan. Spread this out. Okay. meat sauce. You can do it however you want to do it. You don't have to put a lot. You just want your noodles to stick to this. That's the first thing you do. Just put a little bit of meat sauce at the bottom. All right, then you want to take your noodles, lay them out just like this. Now, when you buy these noodles, if you cook in a great big old pan, you might want to get a couple of boxes because not too many come in there. So I'm just warning you, if you're cooking a lot, you might want to get 2 boxes instead of 1. All right, so you want to take your ricotta. If you like ricotta. Now, if you don't like ricotta, you can skip this part. But see, you know, like I told you, I like me some ricotta. So this is what I'm going to do. All right, so you're going to spread that out just like so. Okay, spread it out. Put you a little bit more on there if you need to. And this is not a deep, deep dish that I have. It's not a really deep dish like that. So we're going to spread that out just like that. And then I'm going to take some gouda. Any brand of gouda will work. I'm going to use this one since I cut it all crazy open. And it's only 12 slices of gouda in here. So I don't even know if I'm going to use all of this, but I bought 2 packs. So we'll see. Take my gouda. Spread my gouda out just like that. And you want to overlap this just so every bite, honey, can have some cheese in it. Overlap this just like that. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to take some meat sauce. Spread this, honey, just like so. Get it all up in there, the corners. Once you start layering all this stuff, it starts filling up fast, y'all. I'm gonna take my shredded cheese. Get some shredded cheese on there. Spread that out. Okay, I'm taking me another layer of noodles. Now, I might have fixed too many noodles. That would have looked like me, y'all. I might have made too many noodles, but that's okay. Put these 2 broken ones right here. Take my ricotta. Oh, that was the perfect amount. And this was a, what size container this was? Hold on, y'all. Let me get a spatula so I can get all of this out of here, honey. Okay, set that to the side. Smooth out my ricotta cheese. Okay, now I'm gonna take my gouda, spread some more of that out. I'm glad I bought 2 packs of this. Got another one over here. Break them in half. do one more, y'all. Break it in. I want this whole thing covered in cheese. Okay. I'm going to take my meat sauce. I ain't going to do no more noodles. Take my meat sauce. Spread it on there. This pan is filled up, honey. This pan is packed. I have enough to take me a lunch tomorrow. Spread this out. Get all that up in there. Spread this all out. Just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to take my shredded. All over the top. Y'all. This already look good. And it smells amazing. I'm just taking my hand and mashing everything down. I'm gonna get cheese all the way around to the edge. Use all this cheese, honey. Use all of it. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to take me some paprika, honey. Sprinkle it on there. Just like so. I'm going to take me some parsley flakes. Just so it can look pretty. Just like so. I'm going to cover this in foil on 375 for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I'm going to take the foil off and let it cook for another 15 minutes, and then it's done. All right. So I'm going to cover this, y'all. Cover this. Make sure you get y'all some heavy duty foil. I like heavy duty foil. We're going to cover this. And we're going to sit this in the oven for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, like I said, we will be back. All right, so it has been 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. Ooh, it looks so good already. Okay, I'm gonna sit this back in the oven for about 15 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay. I had to put some foil down there because it started dripping. All right, so 15 minutes. All right, so 15 minutes has passed. I'm gonna sit this here. It smells so good, y'all. It got the whole house smelling good. Look down on the sides right there. Look at that. It's all bubbly and cheesy and everything down in there. Oh my goodness, y'all. I can't wait to dig into this thing, but y'all know how I do. I try to eat it while it's real hot, but I gotta let this thing cool down some, baby. Now, this is a lasagna for you, hunty. Look at that lasagna. All right, y'all. We'll be back in just a second. All right, y'all. This is done. It has been resting and sitting here cooling off. And you want to let your lasagna cool off for it to get that stand. We're going to try to get it to stand up on the plate, but you have to let this thing cool off so everything can just, you know, glue together. It can just stick together. So I let this cool off for a good 30 minutes. I mean, for a good 30 minutes. And it's still relatively hot. Like, the bottom of the pan is still hot. So this has been sitting there for 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and try to plate this for y'all real quickly. It smells so good in here, y'all. It looks so good. Oh my goodness. Ooh, hunty. See if I can get this out of here real pretty like. Oh my, oh my. I think I did that one, y'all. I think I did that. I think I got it out of there real pretty like. Let's see. Look at that. Look at that lasagna. And y'all see it's still warm? See it's still warm? Steam still coming out of it. But look at that. Look at the inside of that. How it's just, that's how you need to let it so it can cool down. Let it cool down. Because if you don't let it cool down, what's going to happen is when you try to first cut in there, everything just going to fall together. You cut in there, it's not going to stand up on the plate. It's just going to, you know, just be loose everywhere like you got a plate of spaghetti. Alright, so we're going to try this, y'all. We're going to give this a try. I know it's already good, y'all, but, you know, I got to let y'all see me try this, hunty. Y'all. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Thank y'all for tuning in and watching this. If you've enjoyed this 5 cheese lasagna today, go ahead and thumbs up the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell so every time I upload one of these easy peasy recipes, you will be notified. Thank y'all. Have a joyous year. Until that next video, I will see you then. Bye, guys.